Okay, here we are. Just give me a couple of seconds to share the feed. Let's go here. I'm gonna paste it to a few places. I got my cat sitting on my lap. He's right here. He might pop up in the video from time to time. I don't really have a plan. I used to do live streams. Move this camera a little bit. There we go. Actually, I'll turn this one off. That's a little bit better. Some bangs are doing some funky dory shit. All right, gotta share the link to a couple places. And then as people start popping in, I'll chat. Maybe I'll share my screen and react to videos. I got the headphones on so that I can do that. And maybe I'll just read some random news articles and talk about that. But if anyone has questions and you want to ask me questions, feel free to do so. I'll answer pretty much anything, but just know, keep it respectful, and don't ask stupid questions. Don't ask deeply personal questions. When I say, you know what I'm talking about. Don't be stupid. And let's chill and hang out for a while. I might put some music on just for myself. And maybe we'll recommend a song and I'll check it out and tell you what I think. And see how it goes. I'll start off with today is Saturday. I just woke up a few minutes ago, so I got to turn this fan back on. I don't have my air conditioner on right now, so it's going to get hot. But it's okay. I'm going to open Discord. I'm getting some notifications. All right. I'm going to share the link to a few places. And then if you pop in, there's a couple of things because I'm trans, there's a lot of assholes out there. I put some filters up, so you do have to be a subscriber to my channel to enter the chat, and you got to wait a minute in between messages, and that'll slow down and help me catch the jerks. So yeah, I don't even know if anybody's watching or not, but it's okay. I'm still sharing the link to a few places. And then I guess I've got the chat on the right there. So right now I got Buddy on my lap. I don't feel like I necessarily need the keyboard, but I have it. I'm gonna minimize this. I'm gonna go ahead and open up. I'm gonna close Discord. Save on the bandwidth. But I'm gonna go ahead and open up Spotify, and I'm just gonna listen to some random songs just to start off. So if you like music, and you want to recommend a song that maybe I've never heard before, or ask me to listen to a song and give my thoughts on it, we can do that. If there's a neat YouTube video that you want me to react to, I can watch a YouTube video. Okay, I lost Spotify. Okay, computer's going, being wonky. That's fantastic. All right, nothing is working right now. That's weird. I don't do this often, so I don't really know what the limits of my laptop are. Apparently, I can't open Spotify. I can't do anything. It's not. Oh, there we go. It's not letting me move. What in the hell happened? Why is? Okay, I gotta minimize this. I gotta close Spotify and reopen it. Apparently. I don't know what the hell happened. All right, here we go. I'm gonna move it over here. I'm on a dual screen, so I'm gonna move it over here to the other window so that it doesn't interfere with what I'm doing. I won't be able to share the audio from what I'm listening to because copyright strikes and all that. I don't know, where do I want to start? I guess I'll just start with some hip hop, some old school rap music. That's always fun. Some Old Dirty Bastard. There we go. Um, I guess I'll start with looking up some articles. Turn the music down a little bit. That way I can hear my thoughts too. I'll start by just looking at the social media feed and see what's happening in the world. All right. All right. Not seeing anything interesting to talk about yet. Um, uh, Well, I guess one thing I can talk about that happened recently in the news, until somebody wants. Hello. Oh, I saw somebody for a second. We're going to talk about the recent passing of um, Hayden Panettiere. Um, she was a wonderful actress. I saw her in a lot of stuff. Um, Nashville, Heroes, Scream, and she would pop up in random stuff from time to time. But Heroes was a big part of my life for a long time. When we were watching Heroes, it was, hello, I see you. Oh, never mind. Keep popping in. When we were watching Heroes, what I remember is it was like an event type situation. I'm going to do a separate video reminiscing about this. I just wanted to get something off my chest in case anybody's watching, or you want to watch this back later. I don't know. Right now, I'm just going to listen to some music, read some news, and see if anything's worth talking about. And if anyone pops in and you want to ask me questions, feel free to do so. I'm going to go ahead and reshare my link and then also post it to a couple of places. My cat wants to say hello. I'm just going to share the link to a few more places, see if anyone wants to pop up. I know a lot of people are probably like at work. No, it's Saturdays. People shouldn't be at work. We'll see if anyone shows up. Right now, I'm listening to Fight the Power by Public Enemy. Bob our head a little bit. Um, all right, let's go back to checking out the news and see if there was anything worth commentating on. I'm not seeing anything under my horror feed. Nothing popping up. So maybe I'll check out some of my other feeds. Just not seeing anything worth a shit right now. All right, let's check out another feed. See if there's anything happening in the gaming world. Um, All right, looks like Buddy wants to get down. So, there we go. All right. Hello, I see somebody in the chat or watching. Right now, I'm just sending the link to a few people, and I'm currently listening to Public Enemy's "Fight the Power." But if I've got the chat on a bit of a delay, and that's because there's a lot of creeps out there because I'm trans and I don't want to deal with that. So um, I set it to 10 minutes. You have to be subscribed for 10 minutes. I apologize for that, but um, if you find me on social media, you can ask me questions there and I'll answer them here too. I'm on Blue Sky. And I was also reading news articles. Right now I'm scrolling my gamers and streamers feed, but I'm not seeing anything worth talking about at the moment. There's not a lot of interesting gaming news going on right now. Some more GTA 6 leaks, but who gives a shit? GTA 6 is going to be a stupid game anyways. I hate Grand Theft Auto. I don't understand the people that play Grand Theft Auto. I don't understand who the people who fucking make Grand Theft Auto. Right now, I'm on Nas. If I Ruled the World. Imagine that. Featuring Lauryn Hill. Never heard this song before. It just popped up. I never did listen to Lauryn Hill when she went solo. I only knew her from the Bee Gees, but nobody remembers the fucking Bee Gees anymore. I'm sure people don't even remember Lauryn Hill anymore. Puppet episode. Nope, not interested. Christopher Nolan. Yes, the Odyssey's doing well. We all know that. Well, I'm excited for that. I want to see the movie. I'm not going to see it in IMAX, but I'd love to see it in theaters, but I ain't got no money for that. All right, I'm not seeing anything on my gaming stream feed. So, wait, what was that? Oh, spoilers from it. Why do news sites post spoilers on social media? Like, don't do that. I hate it when they do that. You know, this song's not doing it for me. I'm gonna skip it. So yeah, if you have a song you want me to listen to and comment on or react, I can do that. If you have a YouTube video you want to share, I can react to. Keep them like relatively short. Not shorts though. I don't do shorts. All right. I'm gonna skip that one. Here we go. Missy Elliott, get your freak on. Haven't heard this song in forever. All right. Well, I guess I can pull up the Google and see if there's anything happening in the world. Let's pull up the news. Let's just go news and see if there's anything happening that's worth talking about. Probably a lot of political bullshit that I don't want to mess with, but let's open up a few news sites and just scroll through and see if there's anything worth talking about. We're not opening up fake news. I hate them. Yes, I'm a liberal. Don't give me shit over. I'm not going to open up CNN because they cost money. Associated Press, CBS, yeah. Open up the respectable news sites. I'm not going to bother with the bullshit ones. And I'm going to say that includes like MSNBC and those ones too, not just Fox News. I don't like news sites that are blatant in their political bias one way or the other, even if it's a leaning I agree with. I don't want that in the news. I'm a news reporter by trade. I used to work in journalism, TV, news, newspapers. So like for me, like journalism is supposed to have integrity and neutrality and keep your opinions to yourself. Unless you have an editorial page, then put your opinions there. Don't put it in the news. But that's not what this is. This is an Ask Me Anything. Let's chat, kind of hang out stream. I've never done this type of stream before, so I don't know who's going to show up or how long I'm going to be in the mood for doing this. All right, we're on NBC News. Let's see if they have anything worth talking about. Alfalfa sprouts recalled for E. coli and salmonella. Of course, everything's fucking getting salmonella. Jesus Christ. You know, I don't even know if there's any vegetables that are safe to eat in this fucking country anymore. Poor vegetarians, man. They're like suffering right now. Lettuce, jalapenos, blueberries, and now alfalfa. They put alfalfa in. I don't know what they put alfalfa in. I think that's usually used for animal feed, ain't it? I know when I lived in Kansas, I knew a farmer that grew alfalfa, but most people only know alfalfa from the kid from the Little Rascals. They don't know that it's a crop. And I'm one of those people. I know it's a crop, but I don't know what we use it for. Not interested in anything that the Dirty Diapers saying or doing, so I'm going to scroll past those articles. Unless it's something that like should be talked about, and I'll just like say if it's fucked up or not, because it's usually fucked up. All right, I'm not seeing anything worth a shit on NBC News. All right, well, let's check out ABC. ABC, you might be better. Let's see if we got anything worth checking out. Let's play it. Let's put another song on. That one's over. What we got? Come on, Spotify, come through for me. Orangey, I Shot the Sheriff. That's a good one. I'll give that one some volume because I like the G-Funk. And this song was like right on the edge of the G-Funk fading out, which is sad to me. I mean, yeah, I respect, Kendrick Lamar and what's happening in the West Coast these days, but man, the G-Funk era was just like, man, it was the good times. All right, wildfires. Ew. All right, I don't want the stupid pop-up player. Get out of here. I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing anything on ABC worth talking about either. All right. Lot of still a lot of news sites talking about Hayden Panettiere. I'm still sad about that, but I'm going to do a video about her, like a dedicated video to her. I want to distance myself from her passing away before I do it because I didn't want to, go in with raw emotions because that makes you less likely to be intelligent. Okay, yeah, there's nothing on. I guess there's just no good news worth talking about today. It's all the same old shit. Dirty Diapers talking about tariffs. Iran and the U.S. are acting like toddlers. And the federal government is dysfunctional. Yeah, what else is new? None of this is news, y'all. Like, we're getting into the dog bites man, man bites dog era of news where it's like, what's news anymore? Well, not Trump said something stupid. That's not news anymore. It's like, yeah, we know. And air is oxygen and the sky is blue and we drink water to survive. That's not news. Jesus Christ. All right, we're now on CBS. Let's see if they've got anything. Nope. I'm just not seeing anything. Let's see what the BBC has. Canada, Ukraine, Nope. I'm not sure if I can even share my screen here on this YouTube live deal. All right, let's do something more specific. Let's search video game news and see if there's anything worth talking about. Let's pull up IGN. Let's pull up GameSpot. Kotaku, Polygon. And then I got to specifically type in Nintendo news because the Nintendo sites don't come up when you search video game news. I don't know why that is, but I'll pull up like Nintendo Life. Maybe Go Nintendo if they show up. I'm not giving two shits about what Nintendo World Report has to say. Those assholes can suck shit, I guess. Not a fan of that site. I have had personal negative encounters with the bastards that run that site. Now we've got Tupac. Can't see me playing. I got to put this one up a little bit on the volume. This is the good stuff here. Here we go. This is the G-Funk I like. I'm bob my head to this shit. All right, let's pull some video game news. All right, let's check out IG and see if they've got anything worth of shit we're talking about. All right, latest news. Nope. 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 Not seeing a single story worth talking about. So I guess since this isn't Ask Me Anything, I'll start off by talking a little bit about myself. Don't know what I want to share, but I'm 43 years old, but I'll be 44 in a couple of weeks. Obviously, I'm transgender. I grew up mostly in between, back and forth between Kansas and Nebraska, Idaho, southern Idaho, well, a little bit northern Idaho, and Nevada. All right. IGN, you let me down. Let's see if GameSpot has any news. Doubtful, but. Uh, oh, James Pond is coming back. I have not heard the name James Pond in ages. It was pretty big for like a minute in the early 90s on the Genesis and Super Nintendo. And I think there was also a downscaled NES port, maybe some of the handhelds. I never played the games. They didn't really appeal to me. I can't believe the Xbox, the original Xbox, is 25 years old. Holy shit. That's insane. That also, I guess, means the GameCube is 25 years old because they came out at the same time, same month. I can't remember which one hit first, but they came out within like a week or two of each other. All right. Well, GameSpot doesn't have nothing really worth talking about. I mentioned that James Pond's deal. Let's see if Kotaku has anything. I'm not interested in GTA leaks. Who gives a fuck? Game's not even out yet. I hate it when sites are like, ooh, new leaks. Who cares? Wait until the fucking game comes out and then talk about it, play it, get to know it. Yep. There's a bunch of ads dressed up like news. Polygon. All right. 30 years ago, one console and 2 games changed my life. Okay, dude. All right. We're on Polygon now. Polygon. I don't read Polygon, so I don't know what their format is like. And I don't know if they're a trustworthy site. I'm just scrolling to see. All right. We're not listening to this one. I'm going to skip it. Skip. Here we go. Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio. Man, I miss Coolio. All right. No. All right. I know that Nintendo Life isn't trustworthy at all. They're a highly opinionated bunch of Nintendo nerds, but sometimes they'll have something worth talking about. Plus, there's not a lot of like legitimate Nintendo sites, anyways, or dedicated Nintendo sites. Not anymore. A lot of blogs, I guess. Nintendo wipes out hundreds of Switch emulator repositories. Yeah, well, put them on BitTorrent, you dumbasses. All right. All right. Well, I didn't find anything really worth a shit on the news site, so I'm going to close them out. I do want to talk a little bit about why I'm like really happy that Odyssey is doing well. Obviously, I read the Odyssey in high school and college, and I wrote about it in college. I studied journalism as my major, but I also I took a lot of classes in like linguistics and creative writing and things like that. And you're gonna come across the Odyssey in those classes more than once. Um, it's a very important piece of literature in English um, speaking parts of the world, English history and Western culture, I guess. Um, oh man, I cooked some spaghetti last night and I left it on the counter and forgot to put it away in the fridge so I could have leftovers. Oh Jesus, I'm an idiot. All right, well that fucking sucks. And ain't nobody want to show up for my stream. This is getting discouraging. All my friends are busy with other stuff. All right, we're not listening to TLC. Let's skip this one. Not in the mood for sad songs right now. Here we go. Silk the Shocker. It ain't my fault. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-da. It ain't my fault. Yo, do 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 do. You know, there is a song by a band I discovered recently that I guess they're not as new as I thought they were, but they're called Paramore. I thought that was a really there's a song they have that's called "This Is Why." I just love that song. It's very pretty, very beautiful. Or it really hits me in the good feels. I like it a lot. I don't listen to a lot of new music. Most of the music I listen to, I'm going to be honest, is from like 20, 30 years ago, sometimes 40 years ago, not because the 80s are forever ago now. Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. This sucks. I mean, I guess I got chat turned on, so I can turn the volume up. Now, I'll definitely check out new music if somebody has something they want me to listen to. Um, but, I'm going to be harsh in my opinions as I do. My headphones quit working for some reason. There we go. I hate technology. Oh, come on. There we go. I hate technology. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Oh my God, the headphones quit working. There we go. Here we go. We got some Beastie Boys. Hold it now. Hit it. This is from Licensed to Ill. It's a good track. Pretty old, but it's a good track. I like it. Licensed to Ill was one of the very first CDs I ever bought when I was a teenager. Got my first CD player in 1997, I think. No, it wasn't a Sony PlayStation. I didn't get my PlayStation until 2001 for my 18th birthday. I did have a friend. Man, I can't remember his name, but he had a PlayStation. That was his CD player, and he was like all proud of it. But I was like, all right, that's cool, but like, does it play Mario 64? No. But then I did get a PlayStation, and I started with Final Fantasy VII, and I was instantly hooked. I was like, all right, Sony, you know what you're doing. You're still not Sega or Nintendo, but you know, you still know what you're doing. So I got to give them props for that. I should have made the wait on chat a little not so long, I guess. But I have to filter out the idiots that just pop in to say negative things about trans people. So, and I assume that if anyone's going to sit here and ask me questions or listen to my shit, my rambling, they're probably regular subscribers anyways. Well, I didn't see anything worth talking about on the any of the news sites, so I guess I'll just talk. Let me think. What's something worth talking about? I do feel mixed feelings when I listen to the Beastie Boys these days because um, the tragedy. I don't like to talk about it, but there's still they still got some good shit. Um, so yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to hang out and ask questions to nobody. But I thought I would just sit here and try this, see what's up, see if anybody pops in. Yeah, we're not listening to that. Let's skip it. Nah. Here we go. LL Cool J. I can't live without my radio. Back in the day when I used to break dance, which is hard to believe with my current, 40-year-old belly. But back when I was a teenager, I was fit and I used to break dance. Sometimes I miss it, but I got the broken foot, so can't really do it anymore. Well, one thing I can talk about is one of the reasons why I've changed some of the way I do YouTube is because my Windows PC kicked the bucket. And a friend sent me a new laptop. Well, new to me, their old laptop, but it's a Linux machine, and I'm still learning Linux. So there's a lot of stuff I used to know how to do, like second nature on Windows, that I have to Google how to do on Linux because it's like, oh, it doesn't work the same. Here, I got a toy I can show. This is a GoBot. Actually, this is a super GoBot. His name is Baron Von Joy. He's a Porsche 930 Turbo. Pretty much the same car that Autobot Jazz was from the Transformers. Solid, mostly solid die-cast metal, a little bit of plastic, rubber tires. Pretty high quality toy. That not all of the GoBots were considered garbage. In fact, the GoBots are better than most people say they are. But his transformation's a little tricky, but he's a pretty neat little robot. So let's go ahead and open him up. This was the very first of any kind of transforming toy I ever got as a kid. My dad got it for me when he went to California. We lived in Kansas at the time. He went to California to my grandfather's funeral, his dad. And when he came back, because he knew I was going to be sad about Grandpa dying, but I was too young to go to California with him because I was like 5 maybe. So he came back and he brought me a GoBot. And this is the one he brought me. There we go. You know, he's got a little bit of articulation. He can turn his head. So that's pretty neat. He's got the arm movement and he can bend at the elbows. He's got claws for hands so he can hold weapons. His legs don't do nothing, but back then most transforming robot toys, their legs didn't do shit anyways. But yeah, pretty good looking little toy, I think. I like Transformers. I like GoBots. I like Power Rangers. They're all good. He is technically broken, but they all break at that joint, so it's fine. It's a pretty common break for this toy. I'm getting a little bored with the music, so I might turn it off, but trying to come up with stuff to talk about is getting difficult. Well, I messed it up. There we go. So pretty neat toy. I guess I can talk a little bit about GoBots. So I remember when I was a kid, because I was born in 1982. So like the GoBots cartoon had already ended, and the Transformers cartoon was on its last season. And season 5 of the Transformers cartoon was just reruns of earlier seasons, but with new a Power Master Optimus Prime introducing the show. So those are the ones I watched. So that was my introduction to Transformers cartoon and GoBots. And I liked them both. In fact, I had more. I had a mix of Transformers and GoBots, and I used to just pretend they were each. Like I had a Autobot Silverbolt from Transformers. To me, he was Leader 1 from the GoBots because he was the same toy basically. And I had a Generation 1 Throttlebot Goldbug, and to me, I just pretended he was Scooter from the GoBots because I didn't have a Scooter. Yeah. All right, got to find something else to listen to. I think I'm going to try a different playlist. This one's not doing it for me. Damn bugs, get off. Let's go to let's check out my 90s retro playlist. See if there's something else worth listening to and talking about. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Couldn't find it. Here we go. Let's find something interesting. What do we got? Not that. Here we go. Breakfast at Tiffany's, Deep Blue Something. That's a classic. I honestly can't remember the first time I heard this song. I was probably 13 or 14. Maybe 12. But I did record it off of the radio, put it on a cassette tape, added it to one of my mixtapes, and did listen to it quite a bit. um, oh, I did watch Troll 2 recently. I watched it last night with my girlfriend. We had date night. I'd never seen Troll 2 before. It's definitely a movie. Is it a good movie? Not by a long shot. But it was interesting. It was fun. It didn't have a whole lot for me to commentate on because it was a chaotic mess. But I understand why people who like B movies enjoy it. I like B movies. I didn't enjoy it, but you're not going to like everything. I like a lot of comic book movies. I don't like all of them. I like Star Wars. I don't like every Star Wars, but I do like a lot of the ones other people don't like. I like most Star Wars. I'll be honest. A lot I could talk about Star Wars. Well, I'm going to give this, I don't know, I'm going to give it a few more minutes, hang out, and then I'm going to probably go eat some breakfast and play some Minecraft. I just thought I would do a live just to see if anyone popped up. I don't know. I might have some videos coming later today, maybe tomorrow. Don't hold me to it, but that's the plan. If I'm being honest, I didn't really sleep well last night. Just sending some messages to some of my friends. All right, well, the song quit playing and the next song hasn't started yet. That's weird. I skip. Oh, it's got some. All right. Here we go. Gone Away. The Offspring. It's a bit of a sad song, but it's still retro, nostalgic, all that good stuff. I really like The Offspring. They're one of my, I'd say, top 20 bands, maybe. Definitely not top 10. My favorite band of all time, obviously, is Garbage, but Garbage is kind of, I don't know, they've kind of faded, I guess, in recent times, or at least I don't hear about them as much. Just checking my emails. Not seeing anything on the news sites worth talking about, so I don't know. I wasn't fully prepared this morning. I just woke up and I was like, I think I'm gonna go live on YouTube. I don't know why. But whatever. I just thought I'd chill, hang out, answer questions. I was hoping someone would pop in and suggest a song for me to listen to or a video for me to react to or something. Um, so maybe I'll just you know what? I'll just pull up a random YouTube video and just react to it live, anyways. Let's turn the music off. We'll close Spotify, free up some system resources. I don't know. Let's see if I can. I'll just pull up the YouTube feed. I'll see if I can share the screen. I won't. I don't know if I'll be able to share audio. I do have the headphones on. I don't know how any of this works. So I'll just click on. I'm just gonna go to the. I'll just go to the custom feed, and I'll type in. Show me something completely random, but not too dorky. Let's see how the AI bot interprets that prompt. I hate the AI bots, but Google is all right. It's showing me the same shit that's already on my homepage. Nothing from my subscriptions, please. All right. Why does it all? I ask it, show me something random, and it just re-shows me the same shit that's on my home feed. YouTube is so fucking broken. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. First song that pops up. Hey AI, come train on this song. That's going to get a don't recommend channel. Fucking dipshit. All right. I don't understand. I'm not seeing anything worth a shit. All right. Well, this was a bust. YouTube, you suck. Ow. All right. Well, you know what? I'm tapping out, y'all. I got nothing else. I got nothing else to talk about. I thought that I don't know why I was thinking this would be interesting. I just I wanted to do a live because I used to do these from time to time. I used to do them once a week, and I just thought I would do something different. But I didn't really plan this, so I didn't like promote it. And I just feel like maybe I'm just gonna go get some breakfast, play some Minecraft, and I'll catch y'all later. I got some videos coming, so be on the lookout for those and stay cool.